From the Carl Chevrolet Studios in West Des Moines, this is Iowa Live.
Welcome back to the program, everybody. We are with Laura Livingston from the Alzheimer's Association, the Director of Communication of Alzheimer's Association Iowa chapter here to talk about living with the disease and the families that are living with the disease. Lauren, thank you so much for being here.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Now, the number that people see behind you right here is absolutely staggering, and that number has gone up.
It has, yeah. Every year, the Alzheimer's Association comes out with a new report with updated numbers on how many people are living with the disease across the nation, across the state, and how many caregivers are out there. It doesn't just affect that person living with the disease, it affects the whole family.
Right, and in the state of Iowa, for
Yes.
example, how many people do we think are have the disease?
Yes, so 66,000 people have been diagnosed with the disease. There's definitely more than that out there that maybe haven't been diagnosed yet too. And there are 98,000 caregivers across the state. So that's a huge number of people impacted.
Yeah, the caregiver numbers are absolutely amazing. And if you're experiencing anyone that is going through it right now, Lauren and I were just talking about this, this changes the way you live and changes the way the family lives.
Yes, it does. It impacts your whole life, your mental and physical and emotional health as a caregiver. Oftentimes people have to cut back on their hours at work or maybe quit completely, so it really changes your whole life.
Now, we have something going on next week. We want to let you know about some limited space is still available for the BrainWorks Conference. What is that, and how do people get information on that?
Yes, so this is an annual conference we hold this year. It will be next Tuesday, April 18th at Willow on Grand. That's a new location for us. And it's free. It's free for caregivers to come and learn from experts in the field of dementia care, finances, research, just about how they can take care of themselves and their loved ones and the resources available.
And we have some folks that are going to be speaking. They're the experts speaking on the field. Do we know who's going to be there?
Yes, so someone actually from the Alzheimer's Association, our Director of Scientific Engagement, Dr. Percy Griffin. He'll be talking about the latest in Alzheimer's research. We have Chad Eichhorn. He is a lawyer, and that's something that people don't often think about is the finances and the legal aspect.
Sure.
Yeah, of caregiving and that long-term care. Dr. Nadia Saba-Steinberg at the University of Iowa. She'll be talking about just caregiver resources and how to care for yourself along with your loved one. And then we have Stephanie Johnson. She has a really interesting program called Music Speaks, and she'll share with you how music therapy can help people with the disease, how music can be really powerful for them.
Wow. Now, something else we want to make sure that folks are aware of, there are some new treatments and findings in Alzheimer's research. It's very exciting. Tell us about those.
Yes, it's so exciting. About 18 months ago, the first Alzheimer's treatment was approved by the FDA, and it's the first one that actually attacks the disease and slows down that progression. And then, just about a year ago, another Alzheimer's treatment in that same class of drugs came along, and it was approved, and it is actually 30% more effective than that first one.
Wow.
So already making huge strides in just a short amount of time.
And this is what you've been striving for all these years,
yeah.
Trying to get things done. But there is something that you need to keep in mind. Tell us what's going on with Medicare.
Yeah, so unfortunately this isn't something that a lot of people know yet, but Medicare isn't covering these treatments, and it's the first time ever in history that Medicare isn't covering an FDA-approved treatment. And people with Alzheimer's, they don't have any other options. They should be able to decide with their doctor that if an FDA-approved treatment is right for them and have access to it.
Okay, now what can be done about this? Obviously, we need to change this. Is there anything that folks that are watching right now can do to help push that in the right direction?
Yes, absolutely. We have a website dedicated to it, alz.org/coverage. So you can go there, you can learn more about what's going on, why it's happening, and what you can do, how you can raise your voice, how you can reach out to your legislators, your members of Congress, people up there who are making these decisions, and reach out to them and share why this needs to be changed immediately.
Do we have any timeline on when things could change or not?
Yes, so actually July 6th, the FDA is going to review Aduhelm, which is the first treatment. They approved both of these treatments with an accelerated approval process. Since Alzheimer's is such a huge disease out there, they wanted to do accelerated approval so people could get it faster. But they're going to do the full approval on July 6th.
Okay.
And so we're hoping that CMS will see that. It's fully approved now. Shouldn't really matter either way. But
people want to get more information. Basic is, where do they go?
alz.org/Iowa. You can find everything from there.
Wonderful. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of assistance there. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with us. We'll see you tomorrow.